Oh, hello. Welcome back. Hi, my name is Carla. I am one half of DottyDolt. I'm the half that does all the crochet stuff and many more things, because once you do one craft, you're like, oh, well, I could do that. I could do that. I could do, and it just never stops. Uh, but yeah, so this week on the Crafting Chronicles, I made a sandworm and I made a modification to this little bunny. I also made some safety eyes. Um, and yeah, let's get into it. So, this week I made this little sandworm, and the coolest thing about him, if I can, there we go. Coolest thing about him is he mostly slaps. So this little guy, the sandworm is a modification, but this little guy is from Close.Knit.Crochet. I'll put it up here. The base pattern is their snake slap bracelet pattern. It'll all be up here. And the sandworm is the modification. This guy here was what was 100% voted in our Instagram poll stories for last week. It was awesome to see that everyone was just like, nope, you're making a sandworm. And I was like, okay. And I started on it right away. Didn't take me very long to make. I think I made it up in about an evening or so, or it might have been 2 evenings because I started it late or something. But again, didn't take me very long to make. It was awesome. The base pattern is a pattern for sale on the vendors Etsy, I think. You can go check it out. So it's there. I believe it's the slap bracelet snake. Again, I'll put it up here. And I love this. It is so cute. It is such a cute idea. Anybody that I've told or shown this to, they're like, oh my god, that's so awesome. And like, again, the slap bracelet that I got was just like a cheapy little slap bracelet. So because what did I use? I used the Loops and Threads Sweet Snuggles, I think. I'll correct myself if I'm not right. In the black and the white. And then I think the nose was Premier Parfait. But yeah, it all came together really well. I'm really happy. It doesn't always slap the best, but it does like hold pretty well. There was a few things that I realized that after I did it that I did a few things wrong. The slap part of the bracelet, I think, is supposed to start at like the neck level and then go down. So then this is kind of more of like a hook for it. And yeah, but other than that, like, it was a really easy pattern, and it was totally me. I was just like, I'm done with color changing, because that is one of the things with the sandworms. There's a lot of color change, and if you saw my stories from the other week, I strongly dislike coloring changing. But you know, that's okay. It is what it is. That's a me issue, not anybody else. Oh yeah, the other thing that I changed on this was in the modification, it says to use worsted weight black and white to get the tongue. I just used fingering weight because when I split my worsted weight, it just got all fuzzy, and it could just be the worsted weight that I had, and it just got all fuzzy. But if you try this and you have the same issue with splitting your yarn, just use fingering weight yarn, and then there's no fuzziness or anything like that. And it could just be that they were trying to make it more accessible, because not everybody is necessarily going to have fingering weight yarn. I have fingering weight yarn in a couple of different colors because I use it for like teeth or a mouth or whatever I happen to be doing that I need skinny black yarn, or if I just want to hurt my hands and make something out of fingering weight yarn, which we both know that I do. Still working on that mimic chest, by the way. Hasn't been worked on in a while, but it's still in my to-do pile. It's just getting lower. But I some point I will get it done. It just might not be till the new year. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I have a lot of things to make, and maybe in my spare time I'll get it done. But anyways, so this little pattern, I love it. I think it maybe took me, I don't know, like an hour or so, maybe less. But that would be like getting the fabric, getting the pattern out, finding the modification, getting the yarn and all that kind of stuff. Like it just took a little while. So I think I completed it in like 2 evenings, because I like had finished something and then was like, what do I gonna do? So yeah. So this little guy was, I don't know if I said this already. If I did, I'll cut it out. This little guy was on our Instagram stories. This was the pattern that was voted for. You guys were awesome, and it was 100% voted for. Like, there was nothing else. Nobody wanted me to make anything else. They were just like, nope, sandworm. You make a sandworm now. And so I did. So I hope you enjoy. The eyes I just got from AliExpress. They're super simple. I didn't put a color behind them for these ones. I just left it. And then there was like the little stitch of the yellow, which I think really sells it, and like, you know what it is when you're looking at it. So the next little guy that I want to talk about is this little bunny guy here. I can't remember what the base pattern is. I'll look it up and I'll post it up here. This little bunny guy, I made it for our very first market that we ever did last year. There we go. Yeah, I've only been doing markets for 2 years now. Anyways, so last year I made this, and I made a bunch of like square guys because I was like, oh, they're super cute. But they took me quite a while to do, because one, I'm using like worsted weight, so it always takes to build up a larger guy. It does take a little bit of time, and I was also like working on my speed, which for me, I've always said that my speed is not the fastest, and then I have to charge a little bit more because my speed isn't the fastest, so like I can't make things in like no time. But so he took me a while to make, and he still hasn't sold. I love him. He came with the little carrot. So cute. But at our up and coming markets, we're planning on having like a creature adoption. I'm not sure how it's going to work out yet, but we have a few ideas and we're playing around with a few things. So we'll see what we can do in the time. But I decided that perhaps he needed some wings. I made some really cute little bat wings for him, and I made him have little teetees. And I think he's just adorable. And perhaps our crowd of people will enjoy it more. So again, the base pattern I'll link above if you're interested. He's really cute, and like, it wasn't a difficult pattern, but he's part of the cube things. And a lot of people, when they've looked at him, they're like, is he an octopus? And I'm like, no, he only has 4 legs and ears and a tail. But I know he's a little gangly, so it is what it is. So anyways, so I figured this would be cute. We'll see. Maybe I'll make some more modifications to him if he doesn't sell. Maybe I'll make him a Cthulhu bunny if he still doesn't sell. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyways, the bat wings, which I really love. This bat wing is from Elder Stitches. Oh, put it above. It's from their Elder Stitches. It's in their Care-thulhu pattern. I used just the same wings. And I really love how this wing pattern works up. It's super simple. which is awesome. And then you just like, you stitch on the things. So if you're looking for an awesome bat wing or like a wing pattern, like, I would also highly suggest the Care-thulhu pattern, because it was a lot of fun to make. But anyways, that's a video that I never made, and maybe I'll make another Care-thulhu. That was fun. It sold really quickly. Anyways, I don't need to add to that list, but maybe I do. Let me know in the comments below. Should I make a Care-thulhu and review the pattern? But anyways, I really love this. The pattern for the wings it's awesome. And super easy to make up. They didn't take me long to do. And I did do the stitching on both sides, because I personally like the stitching on both sides. And then also too, if you like end up actually like accidentally or whatever stitching through to the other side and you can see it, it's an easy way to cover it up, so then you don't have to worry about like trying to like stitch within the thing. It is what it is. The other thing that I made this week, which I was so excited, so it's been a busy week. I've been refinishing some furniture. There we go. That's the word. Because, you know, what else are you gonna do? Anyways, it is what it is. So I've had less time than I would like to work on crochet and stuff like that. But, and then I've also been really tired because I'm like, no more sanding, please. Anyways, so we're done with that. So yeah, this week will be so much better. So I've always wanted to make my own, like, not my own, no, I've always wanted to make my own eyes. That is the right statement. And I've tried a couple of different, things with like making the color behind the eyes, getting like flat eyes. Oh, actually, I can show you. Hold on one sec. So I've made eyes in the past with using resin and just using like a flat eye and then trying to like pour the resin in, as you can see. But my problem is that I then took down too much of the post, and got rid of too much, like there was, yeah, too much of the post, like the clippy post was then gone. And so of course then they wouldn't like stay if you're using the backings for the safety eyes, which if you're going to use safety eyes, then you generally want to use the backings. Anyways, so I found that really didn't work. And then I was also, because I didn't have like a deep, what is it called? A debubbler or degasser, or I'll look up the actual word and stick it here. So I didn't have one of the like decompression things there. Anyways, to get rid of the bubbles. And so I would always end up like, I made quite a few and like maybe one or two would turn out, but then again, I wouldn't have enough of a post on the back, so you couldn't really like clip them into anything. So that didn't really work out. And so I was like, okay, well maybe making eyes is just not a thing that I can do. But then I was seeing more things online about how people were making their eyes and what they were doing. So I was like, well, I can do that. And so I did. So I took I have some giant safety eyes that I made. Oh, there we go. Maybe more in the center. Some giant safety eyes that I made, and they're really cute. The back doesn't look the best. As you can see, but like I'm really happy with the way that they turned out. They're super shiny and stuff, and like it looks good. And again, the back, no one's gonna see it because it's gonna be in a stuffy. So, and then I didn't have to worry about like the post is still all clear and stuff like that, so I don't have the worry of like it's filling up too much and anything like that. So I made a couple of different ones, like a pink shiny one, and I made a green glow-in-the-dark one, which was really awesome. And so all I did was like, I still had the wrapping that they come in. So I kept that on there, and then I just like painter's taped around it because I know myself and I'm a bit of a messy painter, and I'm like, I want this to look as clean as it possibly can. So this is what I'm going to do. And so I painted the outside, and that seems to have made it like stay really well. I had some glow in the dark glitter, so that's what I used for these to make them more glow in the dark. And then I also just painted some like with nail polish. So all of this was, there we go. All of this was like glitter and then paint. So all of this was either glitter and nail polish, or it was just like these ones were just nail polish. For the just nail polish ones, there is a weird shadow, but that could just be my eye because the like edge of it is a little odd. Or it could just be the way that the polish dried or something. I don't know. There's something weird in it, but I don't mind it. It makes it, it's not like a perfect polished pink, which it kind of is showing up more like good polished pink, but it is what it is. And then I took some of my red eyes. Oh, why do I keep holding this on an angle? I took some of my red eyes, and then I put the color, like I put polish on the back of them again. These ones turned out really well. I did the same with white, and like, it's not bad. I think I like how it turns out. But with the white, there is a weird kind of cast. I don't know if it's because, it's probably because of the red eye that's in the center, that it kind of casts it, so it kind of has like an odd shadow to it. But again, I don't mind it. Like, it looks pretty good. But in some lights, it does appear like the white does appear more kind of like murky. So it'll probably just be like with time and more experience and like playing with a few different things, because I do plan on making more, because I really liked how it turned out. And I made a little super fast video of it on our Instagram, so if you want to check that out, you can. And if you guys desire more like how I did this, let me know in the comments below. I can definitely make that for you. It was super fun, and yeah. I don't know. Everything is super fun if you're watching stuff. So things that I would change would be how I did the sparkles. I don't know what I was thinking. But I put the clear polish down so that like there would be something sticky for the like glitter to stick to. And then I like just picked up the glitter and like fairy dust glittered it on. Wasn't the smartest idea. I should have known better. But anyways, that's what I did, because it was the first time that I was trying to figure out like how I could work with this and what I could do. So definitely the next time that I do it, I got some little little disposable brushes, so I will just like dump out a little bit of like clear nail polish or like top coat or whatever, mix the sparkles in with that, and then apply it. I think that'll be way less messy, because of course I was watching a show while I was doing this, because you know, you need to be doing 8 things at the one time you're doing one thing, right? So I was watching a show, and there was a jump scare that like, because I wasn't even really watching the show, I was more so listening to it. And then there was a jump scare, and I like jumped, and I had the sparkle container in my hand. And so then I ended up with a lap full of glitter, which was very pleased with myself. So I slid myself over to go grab my vacuum cleaner and vacuumed off my pants. So there's sure there's still glitter in my house from it. But anyways, it is what it is. Pugsley didn't get glittered, so we're good. Yeah, so some small corrections that I'm going to make for next time. And then I think too, what I'll do for next time is that I'll do a whole series, like a whole range of eyes in probably like the same color, and then I'll do a whole range of another set of eyes in like the same color, because that seems to be kind of what I do. And then we'll see which size I end up using more, and then I'll edit it from there. But yeah, I've been enjoying doing it, and it really didn't take very long. I think it maybe from like prepping everything, getting everything out, also making my Instagram story. 'Cause if you're on Instagram and you're gonna do a craft, of course you need to post about it. What else are you gonna do? Anyways, so yeah, so with all that, I think it probably took me like in total about an hour or so, maybe a little bit longer. I don't know. I feel like everything takes me about an hour, but sometimes things take me longer. That's generally my go-to average. And that's it for me. So I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.